And here we go. Welcome to part 3, hopefully the final part, of my guided video website tour of my website web video of web. Blah. Okay, here we go. So, the last time we covered most of the main destinations. In case you're wondering why I've spent more time on this one box than anything else, is because, quite frankly, they go to some of the most website specific places, I guess. Just the ones that are, that you likely wouldn't have seen before. So I really wanted to cover them as much as possible. So the final link in here, of course, is my latest Amazon Associates program endeavor, which is Zaranyzerak's Ultimate TV on DVD web store. This is all pretty self-explanatory. I've tried to make it, I like to have everything as functional and easy to navigate as possible. So I've tried to do this with a certain kind of logic to it. So I'm a big sci-fi and horror fan. So there's and cartoons. So at the moment, there's a huge sci-fi and cartoon slant to the web store. Oh, and I like cop shows. So there's sci-fi, cartoons, and cop shows. So you have your sci-fi section. You've got notable British TV. So you got stuff like Day of the Triffids and the Tomorrow People, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Robin of Sherwood, etc. The Doctor Who section is one that I'm particularly proud of because I put a lot into organizing this section. Basically, the main page just gives you a brief history about the show. This is specifically the classic series, by the way, although it does cover the new series as well. So I guess it's not specifically the classic series. Anyway, the main page here just gives you some of the all of the boxed sets that have been released of Doctor Who. So if you're looking for sort of a quick way to get into the classic series, there's the boxed sets there, which will give you a good chunk of episodes in one fell swoop. And then from there, if we look over on the left here, we've got them all divided by Doctor. So for example, if we go to the 5th Doctor, which was Peter Davison, you can see that I have all of the DVDs of his adventures put on there. And of course, to make it even less confusing, each section puts the stories in proper chronological order. So if you're wondering what order the DVD releases go in, you can just check this list real quick. It'll give you all the releases to date put into the correct chronological order. So there you go. Then we got 60s and 70s cartoons, which is quite a variety of stuff. There's actually a lot more in here than I thought I was going to find, but we got things like Spider-Man, the Planet of the Apes cartoon, Flintstones. You'll also find, I don't know, a ton of stuff. Let's just skip ahead here. There's some anime in here as well, like Speed Racer, Battle of the Planets, Star Blazers, Astro Boy, Gigantor, stuff like that. Basically Americanized anime specifically. Oh yes, Scooby-Doo. We got Space Angel, Clutch Cargo, things like that. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. 60s and 70s cartoons. And then, of course, we got 80s and 90s cartoons, headed up by Voltron. Now, these aren't in any kind of alphabetical order. I just sort of grouped series together. So, because if you go to the actual Amazon site, they're kind of all over the map in terms of order. There doesn't seem to be any structure to it at all. I don't know how they organize their stuff. Like, if, for example, you'll put in Voltron, and you will not get them in nice, neat order like this. You'll get them all over the place and usually scattered across a few pages. But so I tried to keep it all organized. So here we have like all the Voltron sets in order. And we've got, if we just skip ahead a little ways here, yeah, we got all the He-Man and She-Ra ones in order and stuff like that. I did take a little bit of a liberty with the He-Man series because the 2002 series is in here too. But, it all kind of goes together. So I wanted to have it all grouped together. Then we have cartoons for grown-ups, which is a fun section. We've got Duckman, which just came out on DVD, and I highly recommend it. It's a great, great show with Jason Alexander, George Costanza from Seinfeld, as the voice of the main character, and he's awesome. Eon Flux, Mission Hill, Undergrads, Oblongs, Clone High, Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, all kinds of stuff. A lot of Adult Swim stuff in there, and a lot of obscure cartoons that you may not have heard of. So you might want to check those out if you're looking for some good grown-up humor. Then Batman. Originally, Batman I was going to put in the 80s and 90s section, but there have been so many Batman cartoons over the years that I thought, it really should be in its own section. So we have, like, Batman, the complete animated series. See if we can call up a big picture of it here. Yeah, which is just gorgeous, and I really want that set, especially since I sold my volumes 1 and 2. But yeah, that's a great collection, and it's pretty cheap too. It's like $76 for the whole series, which isn't bad considering the if you were to buy all 4 volumes, it would be like over $80 for like the same thing. And the bonus of the complete collection is it comes with an art book and a bonus disc of extras. So you have Batman Gotham Knight, and there's Batman Beyond in there. A bunch of the old Filmation ones are in there. I think I even have Batman meets Scooby-Doo in there. So it's basically meant to be a definitive listing of every single Batman cartoon of every conceivable description that has ever been put out on DVD. So as far as I know, they're all in there. If I'm missing any, please let me know, and I'll add them. And then we got a Robotech section, which is kind of like a web store based on my Robotech DVD disambiguation video series, which some of you may remember from a little while ago, which basically lists absolutely everything that I talked about in that video. So if you're looking to get any of them, you can find them all in this section. So that's pretty cool. And then we got Dark Shadows, which is a gothic soap opera from the 60s and 70s. And you can find all 1,225 episodes of it, along with some bonus DVDs of behind-the-scenes stuff and whatnot. So if you got, a few months to kill on the couch, check out Dark Shadows. And yeah, I know some of you are wondering, do I have that collection? This one? Yes, I do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my Dark Shadows Revival Series rant. Yes, I included it for completion's sake, because it's actually the only way you can currently get it in any form, unfortunately. And then we got cop shows. So we got stuff like Hill Street Blues and NYPD Blue, Streets of San Francisco, etc. Private Eyes, love Private Eyes. Rockford Files, which I think is one of the greatest TV shows ever. Mike Hammer, Magnum P.I., etc. Sitcoms, which is just sort of the best of sitcoms, as far as I'm concerned anyway. So there's a lot of stuff from the 70s and 80s here, like Soap, Family Ties. I got to get some older stuff in there too. Like I should really put I Love Lucy in there, for example, which would be great. But anyway, this is still kind of under construction. And then finally, we've got the Looney Tunes section, which no self-respecting cartoon web store should be without. So this is the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. All 6 volumes, and there's a bunch of others as well, like there's some more obscure ones too. I didn't include any of the public domain crap discs that you see all over the place, of like the public domain Looney Tunes cartoons, because they are just garbage quality, and I'm not going to give them the time of day. No, these are all the official releases from Warner Brothers, creme de la creme, best of the best. If you want Looney Tunes, this is the only way to get it. So basically, long and the short of it, what did I do there? Okay, if we go back to the front, there we go. So this is the Ultimate TV on DVD web store. Hang on, I gotta scroll back a bit. So there you go. So that's the web store, and as I said, it is through the Amazon Associates program. So anything you buy through there, I do get a bit of a kickback for, and would be most appreciative because every little bit helps, right? No, I'm not e-begging. Okay, I'm not e-begging. I just want to make that perfectly clear. This is just something I'm doing on the side to get a little extra cash to help support the website, basically. So if you want to help out a little bit and you buy stuff through Amazon anyway, it would be awesome if you could do it through the web store every once in a while, just to throw a little money my way. Okay, now that covers the destinations section. We're done. Now, down below, we have the MP3 downloads section. So if you're just looking for where's the free music on your website? This is where to go, MP3 downloads. So if you go to this link, it just takes you straight to the music page, to the new, right to the top, to the new stuff. The second one will take you straight to Modulized. The third one will take you actually to the Two Guys on an Effects Box MP3 page. So there's some MP3s there. A couple of embedded YouTube videos which you probably recognize. And then the music from both of those videos is also included, so you can get those. So that's cool. Last of the Amiga days also just takes you to the main music page, because I have actually forgotten what command you use in an HTML page to send a link down to another section of the page. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll have to remember that. I used to know what it was, but I've completely forgotten. It's been a while since I've done HTML. So then if we go over to the right, this is pretty self-explanatory. Much like on the blog page, we have the elsewhere section. So we have Zaranyzerak on YouTube, which takes you to my YouTube page, which you're on right now if you're watching this. Zaranyzerak on Rever, which takes you to my Rever page that I haven't updated in forever. Zaranyzerak on Stickam, which is my webcam chat room. Zaranyzerak on MySpace. Yes, I do have a MySpace page. No, I never use it. So you can feel free to send me a friend request if you really want to, but don't expect me to ever respond to it. I just want to be perfectly clear on that. I rarely, if ever, use MySpace. I do have a Facebook, but please don't stalk me on Facebook because I don't add people that I don't know in real life. My Facebook is strictly for people that I know intimately well and not for random people looking for additional people on their friends list. I just want you to know that. And that's why it's not listed on this website, because I don't welcome strangers on my Facebook page. Nothing personal. It's just, I have it for a specific purpose, and it's not to have a million friends on it that I don't know. Then finally, we have the shows section. Now, these are all individual shows that I've done over the years. So first, we have the Tom and Sean show. So if we go to the Tom and Sean show, I told you about this back in part 1. It has its own page. So this is all 6 episodes, which you can find on my YouTube page as well. But here you can actually download them as WMV files in slightly better quality. The YouTube videos are actually uploads of these WMV files. So if you want to get the original quality, get these versions. And then we have the Series 1 extras. We have outtakes and random clips, which is also on my YouTube page, and Stream of Consciousness number 1, which is the original first take of the first... Excuse me. Need more coffee. The original first take of the original Stream of Consciousness segment from episode 1 of the Tom and Sean show. So this is the first take that we screwed up and didn't use, but I included here as a full uncut outtake for your enjoyment. So that's the one thing that isn't on the YouTube page. So there you go. And we also have the Zaranyzerak message board. Are we for time? Okay, part 4 it is. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean this. I honestly only meant this to be 2 parts, but whatever. Like I said, I like to be thorough, right? Okay, so I'll see you in part 4. And we'll finish off the shows, and I'll tell you all about these mysterious 2 search boxes, which you can't tell what they are just by looking at them. All right, catch you next time, folks. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Ow.